Hey guys, welcome back to Home Theater Guru. So today we're going to be looking at a new sub from Summit Hi-Fi. This is the Tonewinner D2000, actually the SWD2000 12-inch ported sub. It's a really nice subwoofer. I think you guys are really going to like the features on this thing. And these are also fully warranted by Summit Hi-Fi. Amir over there is going to take care of you. That's where we got these, and that's where I send my clients. You know, if we don't have enough room in the budget for something larger like the GSG BTS subs, you know, because those you might be dropping anywhere from $4,000 to $6,000 for a pair. Could be a little bit more if you haven't pre-built, but we don't want to break the bank. And especially when subs are hidden, there's no sense in getting a subwoofer that a lot of money was invested in, like a fancy cabinet, like, you know, the SVS is a pretty sub, but we're paying a lot of money for that pretty. We don't need that, you know, and honestly, these are so nice. I mean, these are just as nice as the SVS subs. They aren't like in a gloss, you know, just the matte wood looking finish. I mean, these are very comparable. So this is a very good looking sub, honestly. Let's go ahead and check it out. All right, the grills are just press fit, but they do fit very nice. It's a very, very nice looking grill. Everything has rounded over corners. Now this is the smallest of the three subs that Tonewinner offers. This one is 16.77 wide, 17.22 high, and 18.58 inches deep. So it's a very small cabinet. It's not really that big. The port is in the back. This is a ported alignment, which is good because we're going to get more output above tuning versus a sealed sub. So for home theater, it's going to be awesome. And for music, it's going to be awesome as well, as long as we, you know, properly place and tune the sub accordingly. The amplifier is a Class D 400 watt RMS and 1500 watts peak. All right, so now let's go ahead and turn it on. Look at our little display here. Of course, the display is upside down because the idea is you'll be above it when you look down. Okay, so we've got. All right, so you're gonna go into the App Store and you're gonna download the app called Tonewinner. So that, I mean, that's actually what it's called, Tonewinner subs. Tonewinner is the app. Now, it already sees the D6000 is on. Now, the D4000 was loaded on here yesterday, so whatever it picks up, you can go in there and select the sub you want to talk to. And you can also name them, so if you have several D4000s or several D6000s, you can call them whatever you want. New firmware update, so yes, update now. Downloading the new version. Now it says send filter data. Now I think what this is, I noticed when we updated the D2000, before the update, the high pass filter was like set at 15 Hertz. And I think then after the update, they bumped it up to 17. So this is why it's important, because they can make changes that improve the performance of the sub. So you want to make sure it's updated. Okay, now you guys didn't see it, but the sub back there, the little light came on just to acknowledge the fact that it got an update. All right, so we're going to go and connect to it again, open it back up, and now we're back into it. So right here, new firmware available. I guess there's another one. Okay, so we did the filter parameters. They're at the latest version. We just updated that. So now we're going to downloading new version. Okay, update successful, confirm. All right, we're back into it. All right, so this right here, most people call this their sub gain, like the gain knob. That's where you would adjust your volume of your sub there. They call it volume, but actually it's an input attenuator to help you adjust the trim level on your processor. We're not gonna go over that right now. Okay, the low pass filter is set at 100 Hertz with a 24 dB slope. So, now that is actually that's the upper end, and our processors and AVRs, they set this for us. So we're gonna disable this. I don't know if it has an off. We're just gonna raise it all the way up. Oh, there it is right there. Super easy. All right, so you just toggle it on and off there. I mean, I raised it all the way up before I saw that. Duh, it's right there. So super easy to use. Again, we do not need this because our AVR, our processor, is going to take care of that filter for us. Now, if you had like an old school or using a 2-channel setup, maybe you don't have that, then you can go in there and use these filters and set them manually. High pass filter, now that is the bottom end. That sucker set for 13 Hertz at negative 12 dB roll off. That's pretty low. So if you were finding that maybe your sub is bottoming out, or for whatever reason, maybe you had to EQ it up or arc or Dirac or something, EQ'd the bottom end too much, you can come in here and cut that a little bit more by raising it up, and that's going to give you more headroom above that point, so it's not struggling down low. But for whatever reason, they think this bad boy is going to go to 13 hertz, which we're going to try it as is, because this is the new firmware. This is the setup it did. We're going to try it out. But again, we can go in there and adjust the performance ourselves. So, you know, if we put that at like 17, 18 hertz, that's going to really keep it from trying to kill itself down low, and we're going to get more performance, you know, from the 18 hertz and up region. Now, of course, it also depends on how much room gain we get. There's a lot of different variables with subs that matter. Polarity, it's a 0, 180. The phase, now this is pretty cool to have a phase option. Mode, normal, strong, deep, or user. Now these are preset EQs. Now we can actually do our own EQ. See right here, EQ activated. So we can go in there and put EQ filter 1. Right now it's at 15 hertz. See that blue dot moves around. We can put it where we want. 17 hertz. Q value is our width. Let's go ahead and boost it up a little bit. Now if we bring that Q, see, we can adjust that Q right there. The higher we go, the sharper that peak gets. And we can drop it back down. We can bring it into a cut. If we have too much output somewhere, we need to make a cut. Of course, you need to be measuring your room response to really mess with this. It's not something you're gonna want to really jack with unless you know what's going on. But anyway, this is why I said we're not going to be using the display on our amplifier to do this stuff. It's too easy to do it from right here. And we can also rename this sub if we want. All right, go into settings right there. And we can call it whatever the heck we want to call it. We'll call this one Big Daddy. There we go. Big Daddy, confirm. All right, so now we are connected to Big Daddy. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So now when we pull up our devices, there it is right there, Big Daddy. So you can have all your names. We can have Big Daddy 1, Big Daddy 2, whatever. And so we know exactly what sub we are in. Pretty cool. All right guys, so next we're gonna go ahead and take a look at the D4000. That's gonna be on the next video. So that's gonna be it for this one. So check out the D4000, which is just a few $100 more, but you step up to a pretty good size amp, much larger than this one. So you're gonna get more power. We'll also look at the driver. I don't know if the driver's upgraded or not, but we'll check that out as well. And it's also ported a little bit differently too. It's got front ports versus the rear port back here. So if you're pushing it up against a wall or something like that, the front port option would be advantageous, because you know, like something like this, you need room between like a baseboard or something like that and your port. So you couldn't shove this all the way into the corner without affecting the tuning, where, you know, something like the D4000 that we're fixing to look at, you could. So that's going to be it for this one, guys. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss when new videos come out, and that's going to be it for this one.